Peppermint bark is a wonderful holiday treat and it's really easy to make. So I got a silicone mat here. If you don't have this, just use parchment paper, lightly greased with non-stick spray. I have some dark chocolate here. It's a bar of dark chocolate. I'm just going to chop this up. It doesn't have to be too fine because this is all going to be melted. You could use semi-sweet chocolate or milk chocolate, but I prefer the dark chocolate that goes well with the peppermint. I'm just going to put this over my double boiler here and just let this begin to melt. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract, and then 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil or any neutral tasting oil. And the oil is going to give the chocolate a much better texture when it's set. This way it's easier to cut into and it's easier to bite into. Otherwise it would just break apart. It wouldn't cut into nice squares like I'll show you later. So let's just completely melt over the double boiler. And then we'll just pour this right onto our silicone mat. Now take an offset spatula and just spread it almost to the edge of the baking sheet. Want it as even as possible. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. We want it all to be roughly the same thickness. And that's really just how easy this recipe is. It's just literally melting chocolate. People see the finished product and think it's some complicated dessert, but it's really easy to do. And this makes a great gift for the holidays. I like to put this on a decorative plate, wrapped in some plastic with some ribbons, and give it out as gifts. So we'll put that in the fridge to set for 15 minutes or so. And now I have our white chocolate. Same amount of white chocolate to dark chocolate. And we're going to add the same ingredients to our white chocolate. 1/4 teaspoon of that peppermint extract to give it that great flavor of peppermint. And the 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then the same thing, we'll put this over a double boiler, let it melt. And while that's melting, we'll prepare the topping for this peppermint bark. I have these candy canes here, and these are mini candy canes. I definitely don't recommend getting these. Get the full-size candy canes if you can, because taking these out of the plastic is really annoying because they just break apart. But either way, these roll out, and we're going to break these up and just put them over the top of our peppermint bark. And you could use sprinkles here or any other toppings you like. So I'm just going to put these candy canes into a ziploc bag here because we want to break these up a bit. And to do that, I'm just going to take a rolling pin and just smash the candy canes here until they're broken up just enough where they're not a powder. They still have some texture, but we don't want them too big. We don't want really big pieces of candy cane over our peppermint bark. This looks good. We'll just pour this right into a bowl here. That's a good consistency. We'll just put that aside while our white chocolate finishes. And this looks perfect. This is ready to go. So we'll bring back our dark chocolate that's set in the fridge, and we'll pour the white chocolate right on top of that. And then same deal, we'll just spread this out, covering the dark chocolate best we can. You want to work a little bit quicker here because the dark chocolate is cooled down, so it's going to make the white chocolate cool down a little bit faster. So you want to spread this out relatively quickly because those candy canes are going to stick to the white chocolate and we want to put them on before it sets. So spread that just about to the edge of the dark chocolate. And then bring back our candy canes here and just sprinkle them right over the top. And since we have the peppermint extract in the white chocolate and the dark chocolate, these candy canes give a nice texture, good crunch, and some more peppermint flavor to this peppermint bark. And that looks perfect. We'll put this back in the fridge for another 20 minutes or so until it's all set. The chocolate's set here, so we'll just remove our silk pad from our baking sheet. That's why I love these, because it comes right off. We'll just reach right under here, and the whole chocolate peppermint bar comes off. So we'll cut this up now. I like to cut this into squares, and you can see since we added that vegetable oil how easily this cuts, and it's not breaking apart. It's holding its shape nicely. Of course, you can cut this any way you like. Cut them to strips like that, and then into squares. You want to do this pretty quickly as well, depending on how hot your kitchen is, because you don't want the chocolate to start to melt. And I like to take those pieces, mound them up on a plate, and you have a great treat for a holiday party. Or, like I said, you could wrap these up and they make great gifts for the holiday season. And if you're having dinner for two, I like to arrange just a few on a plate like this, and you got a great dessert. So I hope you enjoyed this video for peppermint bark. Make this dessert, it's really simple to do. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.